Mario is certainly a weird little man. He went from being a normal human living a calm and quiet life to the hero of a kingdom, saving the world from a deformed turtle time and time again, while still suffering from the forever alone disease. However, while he doesn't have it all, there were moments where he obtained so much power through power-ups that he became way too strong, a borderline god. So today we will find out which one of them are way too powerful for the game. Number 5. Now, most of you would probably think that a lot of the super powerful items were introduced in the more recent games. But that's not actually true, because back in the 80s, Nintendo released the third Super Mario Bros. Game, and we saw a certain suit that most fans could only dream of. Because in the first game, we saw an enemy with the exact same power that was hell to deal with. But now Mario can do the exact same thing. The Hammer Suit, an item that gives you the ability to throw hammers just like the Hammer Bros seen in many other games. And those were the elite of Bowser, so as you can imagine, it makes you really strong. These powerful tools can defeat almost everything, including Bowser, and you can even spam throw them like crazy, making quick work of any foe. But, like all the suits, one hit from an enemy causes you to lose this extremely useful power. So, especially its offensive abilities are ridiculously overpowered. However, it also increases your defensive abilities by a bit, because you also gain a fireball-proof shell when ducking. But you lose your ability to slide down hills, so it's a bit of a trade-off. But overall, this suit will take Mario to a completely new level. He goes from a normal human to something similar to a Terminator. These hammers can hit almost anything regardless of where they hide, they have amazing range, you can throw 1,000,000 of them, and they take down the strongest of enemies in seconds. Personally, I would say it's too strong. Way too strong. Even the final boss of the game is gone in seconds when using this suit. Clearly, it's kind of ridiculous, and might have been a bit of a bad decision from the developer since no other normal power-up could come close to its powers. So yeah, Bowser should certainly fear Mario in this form. Number 4. In the later years of Super Mario, Nintendo added some weird power-ups that were really powerful but also fun and worked well with the mechanics in the game. New Super Mario Bros. 2 was one of those games. Here they added one that would help you collect coins a lot faster, which was a big thing in the game. It was a bit of a strange version of the Fire Flower that got some new features that took it all to a whole other level. The Gold Flowers, which allows you to shoot golden or silver fireballs that explode and do splash damage when they hit blocks, enemies, or walls. And if enemies are hit by the projectiles, they will yield an amount of coins.
Here comes the money.
Here we go, money talk.
Now these funny little balls are capable of taking out stronger enemies that are normally immune to regular fireballs. Even Bowser can be taken down with a single gold or silver fireball, as evidenced with the Gold Classics pack. You can even transform several brick blocks at once into coins with a fireball shot. So it's a money printing machine, and no enemy has a chance against you. The thing that makes it especially powerful is the fact that it can instantly take out anyone. Thanks to this, bosses stand no chance at all. But what will you do when you're absolutely swarmed by a ton of enemies? Well, just solve it with one shot, because splash damage will take care of all of them. I mean, you can still get hit by enemies, but as long as you focus a bit and keep shooting every now and then, you will be fine. And the great part about it, you're collecting coins in the process, and at an insane rate, which is a big thing in the game. However, it does make it all easy as heck. Nothing stands a chance against you anymore, so yeah, it's way too strong. Number 3. Now, from this point onward, we are officially getting into the power-ups that are actually designed to be overpowered. These ones were made by Nintendo to make the game a lot easier and are literally in the god tier of items. You become immortal or something close to it at least. So from now onward, we get into some really ridiculous stuff. And the one I want to mention now was actually seen in a game that's very similar to the first one we mentioned, Super Mario Bros. 3. Because Super Mario 3D Land is basically a modern version of that title, with completely new levels and features. And in this game we saw the legendary Invincibility Leaf, a normal power-up that went from a 7 out of 10 to a 1 million out of 10. In the game, you get it from an assist block, which only appears after Mario or Luigi loses 5 lives. But it doesn't appear in the special worlds, nor reappear in already cleared levels. Using the leaf, you will turn into a white tanuki, making you invincible for the entire level, which is, ridiculously powerful. But after completing a level with it, the player will revert back to the normal tanuki form, so luckily enough, it doesn't last forever. Because that would have been insane, to be honest. But still, as soon as it's gone, you're left with a pretty good power-up, which certainly makes it even better. Now, the reason why they added this was to help out a lot of the casual players who couldn't beat certain levels. Personally, I'm not a big fan of this, because you just give people an incredibly strong power-up when they can't make it. So yeah, of course it's overpowered. It was designed to destroy and beat everything found in almost any of the levels. You're invincible, so of course no one stands a chance against you, clearly making the life of a casual player easier. We should be glad that it doesn't last forever, because otherwise this would straight up break the game. Number 2. Now, while the Invincibility Leaf is certainly one of the strongest power-ups in the entire Super Mario universe, there are 2 more that will rival it for sure. One of those is the Mega Mushroom, which wasn't actually made to help casual players, but is actually one of the big gimmicks in the first new Super Mario Bros. Game, and also the Super Mario 64 DS remake. It's a rare variety of mushroom that will temporarily enlarge you, and now you can walk over and destroy anything in your path, which is so much fun. Even the largest and most powerful enemies in the entire world don't stand a chance against you at all. You're way too big after all. In New Super Mario Bros, you grow to a giant size and can stomp across the level and crush anything in your path. Think of things like enemies, blocks, warp pipes, even the flagpole at the end of the level will meet its end as soon as you touch it. It's even some sort of minigame with a little meter filling up, and after your size reduces again, a 1-up mushroom appears for each green segment filled. This makes it even more overpowered because you can beat a whole level and also gain more lives while wrecking the place. However, they are rare, because if they weren't, then Nintendo basically put enemies in the game just for looks. But still, with this gigantic mushroom power-up, you'll defeat any foe you encounter, and even break down all obstacles in your way. But only for a limited amount of time, making them the strongest and most powerful mushroom power-ups in all of the games. Even in all the other Mario titles, it got rid of any problems in a matter of seconds. But there's one that might even be stronger than all the others I mentioned, combined. Number 1. While the ones we covered before sound powerful and all, they actually aren't compared to this very last one. Well, maybe not the Mega Mushroom, because that one is about as strong. Because this power-up has been in the game since the very start, and the only way you can die in this form is by making mistakes yourself. I'm talking about the superstars. If you get one of these, you will basically become unbeatable. Stuff like lava, pits, time over, getting crushed, you know, the usual stuff. That's why you can still have a game over if you don't watch out. But the good thing is, most projectiles or enemies that come into contact with you in any way while having this power-up are destroyed, damaged, or knocked off screen straight up. But there's another big advantage. It will also give you quite a good speed boost, and if you defeat 8 enemies, you will get an extra life. Now, as you can imagine, while having the superstar, nothing is a threat to you. Even bosses break instantly, and the more enemies you take down, the better it will be for Mario. But I will say, the Mega Mushroom is probably as strong as the superstar, since both can defeat anything and give you extra lives. The Mega Mushroom even makes some hazards an easy thing to deal with, making those ones and the superstar the most ridiculously overpowered things Mario and his friends can get their hands on. If Bowser and his minions would ever get a number of these, then the Mushroom Kingdom would be absolutely doomed. Luckily enough, we only see the good guys in the story use these extremely strong power-ups. And you know what? Let me know in the comments section which one is the most overpowered, the Mega Mushroom or the Superstar. Because personally, I just can't decide. Thank you for watching. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell button. There are way more videos on the channel as well. If you're interested in the new Breath of the Wild sequel, I got a bunch of new videos on that as well. So go check out the channel, hit subscribe, click the bell, say something nice in the comments, and leave a like. It really helps.